Thank you all for coming. And now, if you would please rise and welcome the graduates of the class of 2023. Thank you all. And let's do one more round of applause for the class of 2023. And I know you all just sat down, but let's please stand for the national anthem.
Have
Before we begin tonight, I want to just do a few special thank yous. Thank you to Megan Weeks and Sarah Martin in the booth tonight and their whole crew for all the technical work on tonight's presentation and ceremony. Thank you to Bogey Lake Greenhouse for all the beautiful flowers on the stage this evening, and Wendy Keekley, who did all the beautiful decorations outside for all the, yeah. And most importantly, thank you all for being here to celebrate the successes of our students this year. Before we begin, I really want to take a few moments and identify some of the folks on the stage here with me this evening. They have been true champions of our programs, recognizing that every single student's future is important, and it is just the path to that future that may be different. I would like to begin with our Board of Education. Please stand and be recognized when your name is called. Mr. Tom Wiseman, Board President. Ms. Laura Dodd, Board Vice President. Ms. Lindsay Cotter, Board Treasurer. Ms. Denise Pastana, Board Secretary. Mr. Jacob Dimick, Board Trustee. Ms. Amy Grimsomkowski, Board Trustee. Ms. Michelle Ryan, Board Trustee. Also, I'd like to recognize some of our administrative team here today, our district administrators, Dr. Paul Salah, our superintendent, Mr. John Tavernier, assistant superintendent, Mr. Jeffrey Van Gotham, assistant superintendent, Ms. Jennifer Bjorkman, director of state and federal programs, Ms. Barb Rothler, Director of Communications and Community Relations, and Jeanette Wenger, Human Resources Officer. And then also on stage this evening, we have a special guest, Senator of the 23rd District, Senator Jim Runstad. And I cannot say enough about these two folks over here helping me on the stage tonight. Ms. Karen Gerard, Academic Advisor for Adult Education. And Ms. Kelly Bell, our Office Coordinator for Adult Education. I'm going to keep this brief, but I want to say a few words about the year, and then I'll pass the torch off. Just a huge congratulations to the class of 2023. When I look out over this year's graduating class, I do not see the challenges that you have overcome, nor do I see the failures along your path. I see grit, I see tenacity, I see a determination to succeed despite the obstacles. I see courage in every one of you. But rather than deliver a couple well-worn quotes and offer some interpretation, I would like to talk about just one student. Through the student's journey, though the student's journey is unique to them, he is a reflection of the grit and determination that every one of our graduates has this evening that made them successful. This student's struggle began early in his education. He found it difficult to be successful in reading and writing. Every grade and every class was a challenge. As he made his way through high school, his academic struggle continued, and he ultimately lost the will to succeed and to try, failing every single class as he approached the end. He slid into the next day, into the next, and watched his peers finish while he did not. He failed to graduate in 2012, but he did not give up. And for a time he did, and he moved in a low-paying job to another and drifted through life, and a desire to finish still gnawed at him. And in 2019, he enrolled in Huron Valley Adult Education. He was in the GED program, and for just 2 short months into the program, he passed his first of 4 GED exams. 2 months later, he passed his second. But shortly after these 2 successes, an old struggle resurfaced and that reading and writing that had always been difficult for him, and so he tried to avoid the strategy that had worked so well for him in high school. He fell back to his old habits and hid behind the distractions of the screen and the life happening around him. He avoided the next 2 tests. He hid in plain sight. He could have given up. And in August of 2020, despite his fears and despite his personal misgivings about his ability to succeed, he made his first attempt at the GED test in social studies, and he failed it by just 3 questions. The staff rallied around him and pushed him towards success. He grudgingly followed along, and he was pulled by our optimism and our support. He attempted the test again, and he failed, performing slightly worse. He believed something that we did not. He believed that he would never be good at school and that he would never finish. Disheartened by his failure and feeling that it was a confirmation of what he believed to be true, he lost his motivation to try. And he could have given up. But it wasn't until March of 2022 that he attempted the GED test again, goaded by a nagging desire to finish, to succeed, and his staff refused to give up on him. Once a month for the next 3 months, he attempted the GED English test. Each attempt was slightly better, but he still did not pass. And he could have given up. But something inside of him would not be deterred. He switched his test and went after the social studies, and he tried it 2 more times between passing it, and then there was only 1 test remaining. He worked hard, sought the help of those around him. He sought the help of his principal, his instructors, his counselor, and he succeeded in passing the final test in November of 2022. He finally had a high school graduation 10 years after his journey had began. Corey Wood, if you wouldn't mind standing up. You were all standing here just like Corey because you did the hard part. You struggled towards your goals each day and built upon the successes of yesterday to achieve your success here today. We are so proud of all of you. And like all of you graduating this evening, at many spots along your journey to today, you could have easily given up. Instead, you put your head down and you took the next step on that path to your future. And it was difficult, but you did it anyways. And your stories are stories of grit and determination to succeed despite the obstacles. And you did not make this journey alone. The very people who supported you along your journey are here today to celebrate your successes. They encouraged you after each failure. They pushed you to consider your options. They challenged you to succeed. And around each and every one of us is a whole group of caring people, a neighbor, a friend, a teacher, a sibling, a parent, a loved one. You did not make it here today alone, nor will you seize that future out in front of you by yourself either. It will be seized just like any other great future by doing the hard work each day, supported by those around you, your friends, your family, and your loved ones. And so go out into that future beyond today and seize it. Seize what belongs to you one day at a time, and know that we will always be here for you, encouraging you, challenging you sometimes, and celebrating you when you succeed. Congratulations, class of 2023. And now for a few words from our superintendent, Dr. Salah.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Dowker. So what do you think? Is it a good night to graduate? Parents, grandparents, loved ones, extended family, and friends, please join me in congratulating the graduating class of Harbor High School in Adult Education for the year of 2023. Each time I deliver a commencement speech, I aim to capture the essence of the moment with which we are living. And over the past several years, we have reflected upon the global pandemic. And now, finally, we embark upon a new chapter. Students, while you may believe that my job description is one sentence, namely reading something like this: Superintendent of Schools, Huron Valley, review weather forecasts and road conditions in order to maximize the number of snow days that students may enjoy. Yeah, you can clap for that. I can assure you that contrary to what some may believe, I promise I do more than call snow days. And I hope this speech leaves you with a few points of wisdom that you might consider as you leave this point in your life and enter the new phase. Parents and guardians and loved ones, your children may not fully grasp the sacrifices that you have made to support them throughout these years. And as a father of three, I want to express my gratitude for your efforts, dedication, resilience, partnership, and unwavering guidance and love. Graduates, please give your loved ones a round of applause and thanks for all their support. The class of 2023 was faced with a global pandemic that challenged the way we think about the world around us. Some of these changes were positive, while others presented plenty of opportunities to improve. And while we gained and adopted new skills, there remains a gap in society that needs to be bridged. While a great deal has transpired, what remains clear is that people need one another. To laugh, to cry, to hug, to grow. The bottom line is people need people. Reflecting upon the past, I recall a time when I played outside all day, came home when the street lights turned on, when we had rotary phones, and I know some of our students probably don't even know what that is, and there was no such thing as Wi-Fi. I remember when I couldn't download a book to my iPad, and instead I actually had to drive to the library. I even recall growing up without air conditioning. On really hot days, my whole family would sleep in the basement, and it was totally fine, the musty smell and everything. Okay, I don't actually miss sleeping in the basement, but I will tell you that I do think air conditioning is the best invention ever. My kids often tease me whenever I share stories like this. They say things like, yeah, Dad, we know. When you were a kid, you walked 45 miles to school every day in a foot of snow, and you had to go to the grocery store to pick up fresh food because refrigerators were not invented. I know we laugh. We know it's funny, but amidst the laughter, I hope we don't lose something valuable as a society. The world has undergone rapid and profound changes, and we are witness to more technological advances in the past few decades than the combined history of the known world. Most of our high school graduates were born in or around the year 2005. So to illustrate this point, I asked artificial intelligence about the technological advances since 2005. And in less than 20 seconds, our trusty AI listed 7 items in an organized fashion by invention date with description, including the following: 1, smartphones; 2, social media platforms; 3, cloud computing; 4, big data and analytics; 5, smart home devices; 6, 5G and next generation networks; 7, artificial intelligence. Those of you who are seniors can't imagine a life without those 7 things. And there was life before those 7 things, I promise. Yes. The fact that I could have simply asked artificial intelligence to write my entire speech, I didn't, I promise, and it would have produced a draft within 30 seconds is simply amazing. Graduates, consider the amount of time you spend engaged with technology and devices on a daily basis. And this doesn't just go for our graduates. According to a report by Common Sense Media, American teenagers aged 13 to 18 spent an average of 8 hours and 39 minutes per day using entertainment technologies, including smartphones, social media, gaming, and texting. Why is this important? Well, in an era where technology appears to be surpassing human capability, I urge you to remember that you are human beings, not robots. Never did I imagine uttering these words in a commencement speech, but I will say them again. You are humans, not robots. Now, someday, if the technology takes over the world and the robots take over the world, I might be in a little bit of trouble because I've said this publicly, but nevertheless, I digress. So the questions I'm pondering now would have never have crossed my mind at this time last year, but I do feel convicted to share a message with you. As civilization stands on the precipice of an exciting yet daunting time, the graduating class of 2023 has the responsibility of guiding these advancements while preserving our humanity. You have, okay, sure. I can tell you all have thought about this as much as I have. You have a vital role in protecting future generations and fostering healthy living and meaningful interactions. I observe too many individuals spending time on technology and social media rather than engaging with one another. Let us not lose sight of our humanity. When artificial intelligence can complete or at least assist with our homework, virtual reality can deceive our senses, and social media becomes our primary means of communication, I look to you, the future leaders, to embrace this tremendous responsibility with caution, wisdom, and prudence. The adults in this room and my future grandchildren will look to you as the leaders of our collective future. As I stand here and deliver these words, I'm reminded of my parents' warnings about basic personal computing devices and the internet when I graduated from high school. And I brushed them off thinking they were old and they didn't understand how the world was changing. However, think about it, it hasn't taken long to move from dial-up modems to artificial intelligence. Listen, graduates, someone who has been in a leadership position since high school, I have learned that the most significant challenges rarely arise from a person's competence, but rather their inability to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people. Most people that graduate possess the abilities and knowledge to complete the technical aspects of their work. What sets highly successful individuals apart is their ability to compromise, to problem solve, and to help bring people to a successful resolution without alienating them in the process. These qualities cannot be taught by technology. They are developed, honed, and perfected through practice and building relationships. In conclusion, I leave you with these final reflections. As society continues to change, please, let's prioritize our humanity over technology. 2, be kind to others. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. I know that's a simple thing. 3, remember, intelligence is way more than a GPA or a score on an IQ test. It includes your work ethic, your morality, and your emotional intelligence. Also remember, no one owes you anything. You got to work for everything. Hard work leads to mastery, and mastery leads to excellence. While technology can be wonderful, it cannot replace genuine human reactions. And finally, just take time to talk to people. Get to know them. People aren't your enemies. A lot of times we have more in common than we might think. We just need to take time to listen and learn and be respectful. Thank you for listening. I'm thrilled for you to start this next chapter, and I implore you, be a person, not a robot. Congratulations.
And next up, we're going to have our student speakers. So first up, please, I'd like to ask to join me on the stage and up here at the podium is Landon Yan, our first speaker for Harbor High School, Harbor High School's salutatorian.
Okay. Good evening, all, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak on behalf of this year's graduating class. Though it has been a hectic year, it has also been an important one. For this year is the resolution of all the struggle, hardship, and challenges it has taken to make it to this stage. This stage, it has felt just so far away from 1 year ago. My path through high school was not easy. Similar to my fellow graduates, it was riddled with challenges and hardship. I began my journey in a traditional high school where my first challenge was the coursework. I worked diligently to get good grades and keep up with the workload, but I slipped and then I fell further and still further. My attention and motivations flickered and sputtered like a dying flame. I was struggling with being undiagnosed. That, in turn, influenced my social life. I never really had too many friends, but the friends I did have I thought were true. I fought every day for a feeling of success, constantly at the edges of one friend group or another, slowly being worn away by failure. At the beginning of my junior year, I made the tough decision to come to Harbor. I wasn't afraid of going there since my brother had graduated there the year before, and I knew it was nothing like the cliches everybody has heard. But something they don't tell you about changing schools is that all of your old friends abandon you, and that, for a teenager, is a big deal. To be quite honest, the outcome of my changing schools led down a challenging path that attempted to break me. I started off at Harbor in a bad place. I was experiencing challenge after challenge piling up. All of my friends had deserted me. I was alone in my new environment. I felt like a failure. And so I did the only thing I could do to protect myself. I alienated myself from the world and quietly survived each day with my thoughts. I wanted desperately to reach out and become part of something that was happening around me, to be part of something more than myself, something more than my thoughts, and more than my failures. Standing here before you today, I know that I was not alone in my struggle. We have all battled with these eroding thoughts of failure and self-doubt. And by the end of my first trimester at Harbor, I began to adjust to my new environment. I began to feel like I belonged. It happened so slowly I hardly realized it. But once I did, I realized how thankful I was. On behalf of my graduating class, I want to thank the Harbor High School staff for making me feel accepted, valued, and cared for. Thank you to Mrs. Zambito for everything, and, well, I mean everything. And looking back on this journey, I'd also like to thank my mentors and my friends. And finally, I'd like to thank Finn as well. I can't imagine my life without you in it. But I'm not alone in this either. We have all had a whole group of people around us that have helped us be here today as graduates and as people. We all need people to rely on us, who believe in us, and who challenge us. We all need people who love us despite our flaws and our failures, and because of this, we have continued long past the time when we didn't think we could, and we have all struggled on after our failure. We have all succeeded when we thought we couldn't. And it is because of you. All along the path to this moment, we have been supported by those around us who rallied us after each failure, and those who pushed us in a new direction, and those who never gave up on us, a neighbor, a friend, a sibling, a teacher, a parent, or a loved one. It is because of you that we are here today. And I want to finish this off with a quote from one of my favorite artists, Mr. Elvis Presley. So without further ado, Lord have mercy.
Thank you, Landon. Next up is our valedictorian for Harbor High School, Emily Trembath.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2023. I feel incredibly honored and very, very grateful to be standing in front of you all today, representing our graduating class. I never thought I would be standing here tonight. Like everyone here today, I have also been through my fair share of struggles, not least among them is grief. I've been suffering with the slow loss of a beloved family member, and with each new week and new month, they're less and less present in our lives. I know of more than a few people here tonight who have dealt with the loss of close friends and family. And when you lose somebody so important in your life, it begins to feel like you don't really have anyone to save you. And with all of your attention and energy focused on that loss, you can't really seem to save yourself anymore. I began to slowly fall, and somehow I managed to hit every branch on the way down. I met new people that kind of filled that space in my heart, and of course, as you do, I put all my trust into them. Once again, I was let down. When you're disappointed again, you find yourself angry and bitter and now all alone. When I finally did reach out, it seemed like everybody was listening, but nobody actually heard the words coming out of my mouth. It took me a very long time at Harbor to understand that most of the people, students, staff, even the janitors, they did hear you. They cared enough to sit down with you while you had tears and snot running down your face. They were there for me, and I was not struggling alone. We have all struggled together without even knowing it. Family problems or just your own sorry mistakes. I know everyone has felt completely alone at one time or another. I have felt alone most of my life. But when I left Harbor as an early graduate is when I realized I did have people by my side all along. When I needed maybe a dad, an uncle, or a brother, I had people like Mr. Lawson or Mr. Dowker. When I felt like I needed a mom, an aunt, or a sister, I had Miss Blanchard and Miss Veronica and Miss Diana. Every single staff member here has served a very important role in our lives, whether we realized it or not. Every one of these teachers were willing to let you sleep on their floor or cry on their shoulders. I yelled in Miss Bean's face and she forgave me immediately, which I'm still very sorry about. At Harbor, we got to see that we're not completely alone in this big, bad world, that there are more people out there just like you, dealing with the same problems that we feel are so unique to us. The people who surrounded me every day helped me understand that it's not only okay to love and accept yourself, but it's more than okay to love and accept the people around you just as much. They showed me that it's okay to embrace your authentic self and insist that everyone around you accept it too. People who I never thought I would talk to ended up being some of my closest friends. So hopefully here we all learn to come out of our shell a little bit and forcefully befriend the people around us. I did not realize it then, but I was not alone in my hardship, nor am I now. Together we have struggled with depression and self-harm. We struggled with feeling alone or that we didn't belong. We have felt the shame of not being able to stand up for ourselves or the people around us. We folded under the hardships of home. Simply waking up and coming to school was unbelievably hard most days. The road was very long and a little too bumpy, but we managed to see it through until the end. So be proud. Be proud of yourselves and the people sitting beside you tonight. But most importantly, be grateful for the friends, the family, and the staff here who helped you along the way. They may not have always liked you, but they did always love you. So let's carry with us the lessons of our experience. We are not our hardships. We are not our mistakes. And we're not our trauma. They're just the things that have happened to us. They don't make up who we are. I once again want to thank all of the Harbor staff and my classmates for guiding me through some of the toughest times in my life, for allowing me to grow at my own pace, and now for listening to me babble on for 5 minutes. It's been an honor to give voice to our shared hardships, but most importantly, our shared success. So congratulations, class of 2023.
And next up, we have our adult ed speakers. Our first speaker this evening is Braden Jordan.
Thank you. I'm going to adjust the microphone because I'm not the tallest horse in the stable. Hello, everyone. My name is Braden, as Mr. Dowker stated. I'm an official graduate of the adult education program, and I'm so happy to finally achieve this milestone in my life. So I'd like to share some of the hardships that I went through that led me completing this wonderful program. All through my K through 12 schooling, we moved so much. We moved so many times, honestly, I can't even count the number of places I've lived. To make matters worse, I struggled with my attention span almost my whole life, even during the ceremony, honestly. I repeated both kindergarten and first grade 2 times and was in special classes in elementary school for extra help, with reading mostly. It often felt impossible for me to focus in class, and as a result, I'd zone out and fall asleep. I also stayed up late at night, and losing sleep added to my struggle with attention and increased the amount of time I slept in class. I was not learning. It wasn't because I didn't want to learn, it's just because I never had hope of being successful. I was having a hard time at home as well, and that negatively impacted my motivation and self-esteem, both which caused me to do poorly in school. I continued to struggle throughout middle and high school. I barely made it out of middle school, I'm going to be honest. In high school, I obviously didn't, otherwise I wouldn't be standing right here in 2023. And to make the situation more complicated, I decided to move out of the house in my junior year at Lakeland. I got an apartment. Living on my own and attending high school full-time was nearly impossible because I had to work. So I just stopped going to Lakeland. I enrolled at Harbor, but still didn't really care about school. Plus, I was working to pay my bills. I worked at a few restaurants when I attended Harbor, but continued down the path of not earning credits and still had no hope of graduating. I actually tried attending again in adult ed when I was 19, but still lacked motivation and hope. So I just stopped attending that program as well. 4 years later, I got a random phone call, and on the end of the line was Karen Gerard. I wasn't very surprised because she had called me at least 2 or 3 times before. I knew her because she had helped me out several times before at Lakeland. She said, "Hey, Brayden, would you like to get your diploma? Your sibling Paige is here registering for class, and we want you to enroll too." So I thought to myself, well, I really had nothing better to do, and it would be awesome to graduate with my younger sibling by my side. So I went back to adult ed. This time, I'm very determined to finish what I had started so long ago. All the adult ed teachers were so helpful and amazing. Jen, Kelly, Emily. I want to thank you guys so much for helping me get to this day. With their help, as well as the help and encouragement from Karen, Kelly, and Mr. Dowker, I was finally able to graduate. They helped me achieve what I thought I would never be able to do. Classes were fun. People were genuinely care about one another in this program, both the teachers and the students. They gave me the hope I'd been lacking throughout the years of school. And I must also thank my wonderful sibling, Paige. Going to adult ed with Paige inspired me to be better, do better, and actually attend the classes. So my advice is this: even when you think there is no hope, there is. And if you are willing to take a chance and do hard things, there are kind, caring people in this world who will help you and be by your side, cheer you on, and celebrate with you. I know this is true because it's happening right now. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations, 2023 graduates. Have a wonderful summer.
And last up, our second adult ed speaker, Nicole Myers.
Hello all, and congratulations to the class of 2023. My name is Nicole. I go by Nikki. They know I hate Nicole. I won't keep you guys long. Just a little backstory about myself. I am 39, welcoming my first baby girl next week. So you know I'm not going to be up here long because she's kicking me pretty hard. So I stopped going to Pontiac Northern High School in the 11th grade just due to just some drama and issues between me and my mother. I left home at age 16 and moved in with a boyfriend. From there, I started work. We got an apartment, and life began. It was on and off, just daily struggles. It's pretty hard, as you guys know, at 16, trying to work, trying to pay bills and things like that. So life happened. Fast forward, I'm now 39. Last year I was 38. I went through the GED program when I first stopped going to school. I passed every test but math. I hate math. I took the math test twice, failed it. I was like, you know what? That's it. We'll come back to it. I'm also, again, reiterating, I'm 39. So back then it was paper GED. Now it is electronic. So I let it lapse for years and years and years. Just struggled with just math all my life. So I went to try to do a online adult education, thinking that it'd be fast and quick. And yeah, it wasn't fast and quick. They required a lot of time online studying. So I did it for maybe a week, and I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. I kind of went online on Google because I said last year was going to be my year of completion. Wasn't pregnant yet. Called Harbor High or Huron Valley because I did the adult education. Reached out to Karen. They were at the end of the year. So she said, when we get back in the fall, I'll give you a call. Said, great. She gave me a call, got registered. Wasn't too optimistic about it because I live about 30 minutes away from the school. So I started. The staff was amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. I'm sorry. To my classmates, I love you guys. Braden, Paige, you guys kept me on track. To my soon-to-be husband, Marcus, I love you. I don't know where you're at. Thanks for coming and supporting me. My cousin and my aunt, thank you so much for being here. If I can go back to school, if there's somebody in the audience, anybody can do it. Here I am, 39, graduating, baby girl on the way. She'll have somebody to look up to. And that was a big part of me graduating as well. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, still going through the program, it was nothing going to stop me. So I say to everybody here, don't let anything stop you. You can do it. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you. So next up, I'd like to acknowledge all the teachers and staff, and then we'll get to the fun part, which is the diplomas. So I want to start with the adult education staff. When I call your name, please stand up and be recognized. Jeannie Edwards, English Department. Rachel Desjardins, ESL. I know I already said something about Karen Gerard, but clearly she's important. She's over here. Jen Bruss, Math and GED. Wendy Keekley, ESL. Santina Marshall, ESL. Emily Memquick, you thought you could get away. Stand up. Teresa Pritchard, CNA. And Kelly Bella on stage. Terry Wertman, ESL. And last but not least, Kelly Young Raymore, Social Studies. And now I'd like to honor the Harbor High School staff. Mr. Scott Armstrong, Science. Miss Kim Bien, BMT in Business. Miss Angeline Benson, School Psychologist. Miss Kim Bess, student support. Miss Jessica Campbell, food service. Brian Dawson, school social worker. Ray Denny, maintenance. Veronica Fassard, para. Trevor Clem, mathematics. Jared Lawson, art. Meg Macaulay, para. Mark Puyat, social studies. Joe Romano, maintenance. Diana Schuneman, para. Nicole Stokes, EOA and student support. Kathy Yanchinson, office coordinator. Annie Zambito, EOA. And the third time is a charm, Miss Karen Gerard also teaches for Harbor High School. Also, I want to recognize our building substitutes or guest teachers who are always in our buildings and our retired teachers from our programs. Miss Emily Blanchard, Paul Sullivan, and Sandy Weber. Teachers, if you would, make your ways to the side of the stage here to receive the graduates. I'd like to also, while this is happening, acknowledge all the counselors, social workers, administration, teachers, staff here this evening. We invite all of our graduates to honor and invite past teachers, staff members to come back and celebrate their graduation. Please, all of you invited guests and staff members across the district, please stand and be recognized. Before we begin the presentation of diplomas, I'd like to acknowledge the different groups graduating this evening. If you are a Harbor High School graduate, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Huron Valley Adult Education graduates, please stand and be recognized. We are now at the point in the ceremony where we want to present the diplomas to each individual graduate. I discussed at rehearsal the importance of this moment and celebrating each and every graduate as they cross the stage. Please, I ask that everyone focus your attention on each graduate and clap as loud as you can. They will come across the stage one at a time. This is a very special and proud moment for all of our graduates. They're going to snake down and around and through the auditorium, and they're actually going to go out that door and this one. So you have plenty of picture-taking opportunities. And so at this time, we're going to recognize our 2023 graduates.
Landon Cecil Yan. Emily Rose Trembath. Braden Lee Jordan. Nicole Carolyn Renee Myers. Carson Wayne Agrusa. Brandon Allen. Desiree Cherie Anderson. Chantel Marie Bacon. Tavion Patrick Bowie. Cadence Lynn Bowles. Adriana Candace Janice Brown. Allison Marie Brown. Abree Burns. Mandy Michelle Caldwell. Billy Marie Campbell Crouch. Alexander Ben Castleberry. Jasmine Nicole Chaffins. Mark Jacob Chambers. Amelia Grace Chandler. Miranda Grace Chartier. Ian Edward Church. Riley James Clemens. Damian Thomas Ray Conway. Timothy Mark Corby. Ethan Samuel Crum. Joseph Thomas Davidson. Brianna Dawn Dawson. Delaney Ruth Deaton. Paul Matthew Deaton Jr. Anakin Genesis Ditch. Nicholas James Duke. Logan Timothy Dunn. Xander Mitchell Eastlick. Zane Harold Eastlick. Kyla LeRae Fetcher. Braden Ransom Fox. Lindsay Diane Frescura. Cole Langdon Garion. Wiley Claire Gothier. Landon Ryan Gilmore. Christian Tyler Gallm. River Arlena Gonzalez. Heather Marie Gray. Haley Marie Greenshields. Justin Kyle Gross. Sophia Renee Gutierrez. Della Marie Hall. Caitlin Marie Hardy. Kai Anna Hernandez. Paxton Rose Horak. Christian Tyler Howard. Mark Allen Huntoon Jr. Ezra Hootsie. Madison Eve Jeffrey. Natalie Ann Johnston. Anthony Paul Jones Jr. Drake Lee Jones. Mark Evan Jones. Paige Jordan. Mariah Marie Comrade. Kalisa Latrice King Lee. Annabella Divina Krasowitz. Benjamin Allen LaCroix. Katrina Sky Layton. Sean Allen Lentz. Adam Diana Lincoln. Takara Shania Logan. Robert Kent Lynch. Jose Robert Machado. Haley Marie Maddock. Nevaeh Kirsten Mackey. John Thomas Melkowski. Francesco Justino Antonio Martinez IV. Cassidy Jessica McFall. Maddox William Miyake. Dean Ryan Moser. Raina Lee Muck. Samantha Brianne Oliver. Ronnie Palma Godoy. Alex A. Parrish. Jamie Lynn Pastoric. Jamie. Mark Paul Pastoric. James Edward Piercy. Braden Rue Perry. Cadence Elizabeth Victoria Petts. Ashton Lee Pierce. Ariel Marie Ratledge. Hunter Jeffrey Rembor. Justin Jeffrey Caleb Renniff. Jada Eve Reyes. Leo Charles Reynolds III. James Isaac Riojas. Christopher N. Rumble. Erica Page Schloss. Devin Alexander Serrano. Peter David Sherman. Michael Aiden Sisson. Jasmine Elizabeth Soto. Jamie Lynn Spadowski. Tate Steele. Jonathan Michael James Stogdill. Riley Sue Tabasca. Zachary Lee Thomas. Travis Lee Tomlin. Brian Richard Trent Jr. Jacob James Walter. Jaden Marie Wickham. Corey William Wood. Aaliyah Roxanne Yovich.
There's a lot of hugs in this gym. I want to just take this moment to do a few quick reminders as our graduates are coming back for their photo opportunity. We ask that you please remain seated as the graduates exit the processional after they're done, and so that all the members of the audience can see the graduates as they walk through the auditorium and back out into the lobby. The lobby is a great place to meet up, and also it's beautiful night out tonight, so please meet up with your folks outside, either in the lobby in front of the decorations or out in front of the lawn. So our last few graduates are walking back in. As we prepare for this next moment, graduates, please make sure your tassels are on the right-hand side. Just waiting for our last few. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Yeah. Yeah, we might need to give him a second. We all need to take that perfect photo. I can never seem to get it right. Don't want to start this next bit without everybody. We got about 15 more graduates to come back. I was joking with Aaliyah Jovich that she was last but first. So as you guys approach your seats, please make sure your tassels are on the right-hand side. Graduates, please stand and face your audience. These graduates who stand before you have successfully fulfilled the requirements to receive their adult education and Harbor High School diplomas. By the virtue and the authority vested in me by the Huron Valley Board, I hereby confer appropriate certificates, diplomas, and declare that these students are officially certificated and graduated. Let us now sing. Graduates, please move your tassel to the left-hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2023. Let's clap them out.